apparently Sony is a little miffed at Microsoft for the whole Activision Blizzard buyout deal that's going on. That's worth like $68 billion. I rounded it up. It's like 67.8 or something. It's an insane amount of money that they're getting for Microsoft and Activision. I mean, Microsoft is getting for Activision Blizzard, and Sony's a little mad about that because of the deal that's being made by Microsoft. Sony feels that they're not going to be able to keep up their end of the bargain. And I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second. Because Phil Spencer wasn't supposed to release like the specific the specifics of it, but he did. Like he didn't release like total specifics, but he released more than what he should have. And I'm going to talk about my thoughts about that today, as well as why I think it's a big deal that uh, Microsoft has like Diablo and um, Call of Duty and all that stuff. But if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button for all notifications. And I'm on the road to 100,000 subs, so let's see if I can get there. Close to 80,000, but we'll get there with your guys' help. But be sure to leave a like, comment below, and like I said, click that bell button. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so I think it was almost like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, that Microsoft was doing the buyout deal with the Activision Blizzard, which is a huge deal. If you guys don't understand like how big this is, like they get Diablo, they get Call of Duty, they get and the Bethesda deal too. That was big too because they got um Wolfenstein with that. They got Doom. They got Doom Eternal. And they got a bunch of stuff with that. That wasn't as big as the Activision Blizzard. There's a lot of games they do, but the biggest franchise is Call of Duty. Now a lot of you know that I'm not into Call of Duty, so this really doesn't affect me per se, but it does kind of affect the industry. I feel like in a way because from the way Sony is reacting to this whole buyout deal thing, I I I want to believe that the Call of Duty franchise in general for Sony is like a big selling point to buying a PlayStation console. Now, now you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean? Because they're on both platforms. That's true, but I believe from what Sony is saying that it sells more units on a Sony platform than it does a on Microsoft Xbox and the Xbox console. That's what I think they're trying to get at here. Sorry, my hand keeps matrixing out. I blurred my background, so you guys don't have to worry about um seeing my unfinished setup because we're still working on it. It's getting there. It's not quite done yet. But anyway, um, but I think this buyout could be very bad for Sony because if Call of Duty does as well as they say it does on their platform, it could really hurt their console sales, and that's what they're worried about. Now, obviously, it's not really going to matter this generation because of the shortage of supplies with the chip shortages and all that other stuff. With PlayStation 5 basically being impossible to get, I got lucky getting mine because uh, because of a good friend of mine. So shout outs to him for the uh, deal on the PS5. It wasn't like a steal or nothing, but it was a good deal at the time, uh, at the market price that was currently saying that. So it was a good deal. That's why I picked it up, and I love it. they're worth getting if you can find it, but you're not gonna you're more likely to find an Xbox, and I partly think that's why they're doing this buyout thing is because one, their consoles are more readily available right now because Microsoft, I almost said Sony, Microsoft had had a pre-positioned deal about um with one of the chip manufacturers or something. They bought like a lot more in bulk than they usually do before the shortage happened and like right before COVID and stuff. I think from what I read, I don't know. That might all be speculation. I don't know if it's any of it's true or not, but from what I've read online from different sources and stuff, um, I believe they purchased a bunch of supplies to keep up with like demand, and it seems to be working because the Xbox seems to be doing a little bit better in the department of like being able to find that specific console, especially the Series S. I I don't think I've ever seen a Series X. I know I've seen a Series S before. I have seen the Series S while I'm out and about, but that doesn't mean that could be just my area. Like in your area, it could be completely different. Because where my friend lives, he was able to find a Series X, I believe. So it all depends on where you live, but still, you're going to be hard pressed to find a Sony PlayStation 5. You're going to be more easily able to find like a PS4 Pro or a PS4 at this point. Excuse me. But my 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 point is to bring this home and end this video is this could this could really hurt Sony's bottom line here because, like I said earlier, if it really does sell more units on Sony's platforms, then it could negatively affect their console sales, and that's why they're so concerned about it. Because I believe from what I heard, the deal was like 7 years or 8 years or something before like the contract's up. So like what is it like 2022 right now? So 2026 to 2027 maybe, and then the deal would be up, and then they wouldn't have to renew that deal. And Sony's afraid of that because if they don't, it's gonna it's gonna affect their sales. They're thinking. Now, me personally, I don't think it's gonna affect them as bad as they think. It will in the short term, I think, but in the long term, they still have their console exclusives like God of War, Spider Man, stuff like that. There's other ones that are PlayStation exclusive that I think would help mitigate the exclusivity of COD being on the Xbox family of consoles. Gonna be like look at Wolfenstein. Let's go to Wolfenstein and Bethesda for a second. Wolfenstein and Doom. Now, like the next Doom game, that won't be on a Sony platform, and that's how it is. Like it might be, they might have some deal. I don't know if they do, but they might have some deal where like it's on there for a certain amount of time, and then like they can bring it to PS4 and Switch maybe or something. I don't know. I I didn't read into the whole Bethesda deal. I'm not sure if that's a part of it. If someone knows, let us all know in the comments because I'm not sure about that. But I'm just saying, like that, like that's not going to affect them that much either. Like that's why they didn't get all fussy about that because it sells probably about equal on either console besides the Switch for obvious reasons. But that's my whole point is like this could affect them in a negative way, but I don't think it will, or I hope it won't, because I've supported Sony consoles for a long time, and like I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge first person shooter fan or Call of Duty fan, but I know how big that freaking franchise is. It's huge, and that's a huge buy for Microsoft. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's gonna be a big deal, or do you guys think that Sony will just have to like wait and see what happens with Microsoft? Who knows? They might be okay with renewing their contract. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think below in the comments. And thank you, Patreon supporters, for supporting the channel. Thank you to shout out because I have some new ones here. Shout outs to Vic Gomez, Titled Cow, Matt Y99, and of course Reaper 7734. Thank you all that support me on the bronze tier. And if you guys are on I must say Patreon. If you guys are on Discord, join my Discord so you can join my Patreon only chat this month that I'm gonna do near the end of the month. So if you have a Patreon account and you're on my bronze tier, make sure you make a um Discord account so I can private chat with you guys and chat with you guys the best suggestions you might have or whatever. We can just chat about it or choose the breeze. Who knows? Anything goes, I guess. But thank you guys for supporting the channel, and thank you to everyone that is currently right now. It really helps out the channel a lot. If you want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. It really helps out the channel a lot. Or $3. You decide. I may add another like gold tier, like a $5 tier, but I haven't done that yet. I'll let you guys know when I do. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it kind of let some of my Sony fans know about what's going on, what might be going on with Call of Duty in the future. But I wouldn't worry about it too much right now, but just be ready in case. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.